Hello soul family, welcome to Alchemy Mystic Healing Messages. In this reading, we will be looking into how you can integrate an abundance mindset whenever you start to doubt whether you know enough to apply for a specific job, pursue a certain career, start a business, embark on a new adventure, whatever it may be. The objective of this reading is to help you see how potential failures are opportunities for learning and are an inevitable part of your journey towards success. This is a collective message, so it will not be for any specific zodiac sign. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever this message finds you is when you were meant to receive it. Please utilize your discernment and only take the messages that resonate with you. If you are in need of any additional assistance or support on your spiritual healing and or self-improvement journeys, I am also available for distant Reiki Therapy services. If you would like to learn more about Reiki Therapy, how it may benefit you, and details on the services I provide, all of that information can be found on my community tab. If you stick around to the end of this message, I will let you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. All right, you guys, let's see what kind of healing messages the universe has for you today. One last shuffle. All right. This Two of Cups been out here. It's been out here. Heavy. Which is a good thing. That means that we are aligning with our higher selves. It means that we are aligning with those of us or those within the collective who are equally yoked to us, right? We are finding our personal divine counterparts, and that is definitely a blessing. So we will not speak ill of it. For the Abundance Oracle, we have sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if this isn't perfectly aligned with the intention or the objective behind this message, I don't know what is. So we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. We have the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, Two of Cups, Cancer energy, and Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, which is also associated with Sagittarius. Based upon the readings that I've had today, I want to say, there may be a number of people within the collective who are Cancers. If you are not a Cancer, because I am not a Cancer, and there are a lot of Cancer readings that I resonate with, especially when it comes to certain readers with whom I resonate, right? You may be in Queen of Cups energy, which is also associated with Cancer. You may be an empath. You may be intuitive. You could also be a reader. If you are in that vibration where you are not necessarily consumed by your emotions, but you are deeply connected to them, even if you are not a sun in Cancer, there's a possibility that you may resonate with Cancer readings. I don't know why that needed to be said, but it is said. So the Hermit is giving me dark night of the soul. It is also giving me ego death energy, right? Which is the process by which we cut away the illusions, the obsessions, and the addictions, where we have to go inward and do the shadow work and deal with the tough emotions, right? And figure out what needs to be sacrificed, what needs to be cut away, what do we need to do away with, what is keeping us so heavy in our vibration that we are not able to progress forward quickly with this Eight of Wands being here, but also be expansive with this Wheel of Fortune being here, Jupiter being about expansion, good luck, right? Good luck is something that we prepare for. It is not something that just falls upon our lap, right? It is something that we align with this Two of Cups being here. It is in aligning with our higher selves, which has a lot less to do with what we add on to our situations, and a lot more to do with what we choose to cut out of our situations that helps us to align. I'm thinking of, and I don't know specifically how this goes, I don't even know where the reference comes from, but the weighing of one's heart to see, I don't know if it's a determination of whether you go into heaven or however else that goes, but it is about having a light heart. And what makes our heart heavy, what makes us dense as physical beings, right? Spiritual beings having a human experience, what causes density within us is holding on to these obsessions, these addictions, and these illusions within our energetic field, within our auric field, right? It is what it's like carrying clutter within your body, carrying toxins around with you, right? And it also being a magnet for other toxins. I'm also getting with this Hermit energy, being with the Eight of Wands, is that once you face, I want to say these demons, right? Once you face them, not these demons, but your demons, your lower vibrational aspects, right? It brings you to a level of clarity. I'm looking at her right here. It brings you to a level of wisdom. It connects you deeply with the fifth dimension, right? You are no longer bound by the constraints of the 3D, because those illusions, those obsessions and addictions were rooted in how deeply you were connected to the 3D and allowed it to consume you, right? Allowed your human side to override your spiritual side. And so I see the Eight of Wands as this level of clarity, these messages, these downloads able to come in seamlessly, right? Because you are now at that higher vibration where the signs and the synchronicities are becoming a lot more evident to you, right? It's like driving and having no street signs, no stop sign, no red light, no yellow light, no green light, just driving and wondering why you get into an accident every day, right? And then all of a sudden, you go through this dark night of the soul, you go back out in your car and you start to see the stop sign. You're like, oh, there's a stop sign here. Okay, so I stop, they go, then I go, right? Like, so you now start to get this guidance. It's like your GPS wasn't working and it had you spinning in circles, and then she started to act right. You're like, okay, now we can get to the destination, right? And it is from going within that you get the guidance that not only shows you how to get to your higher self with this Two of Cups, but it aligns you with those who are equally yoked to that higher vibration. Now you're going to be equally yoked to someone at whatever stage in your journey you are. But the question becomes, are you going to be able to be expansive with that individual, with the Wheel of Fortune being here, with that person, place, or circumstance? Can you be expansive? And sometimes it takes for us to get tired. Sometimes it takes for us to be in a really difficult situation where the only thing that we can do is go within, right? We've tried everything on the outside. We've tapped into every illusion, every addiction, right? And now we're just like, you know what? I surrender. What do I need to do? Because how I've been going about this is not working. But it is not to cripple you, right? It is not to ostracize you. God has not forsaken you, nor are you being put by yourself as a punishment, is what I'm getting. But a lot of us have a lot of interactions in life as a means of running away from what needs to be addressed within us. I'm even getting meditation, right? A lot of us, when we get into meditative states and we are new to meditation and we are not used to sitting with ourselves, a lot of complaints that I hear from people who are just starting is that they can't stop their mind from running. They can't quiet their mind. And it is not supposed to be a forceful act. And there might be some people in the collective wanting to meditate. So I'm going to give you this message because I'm feeling called to do so. If you are new to meditation, if you are new to being quiet with yourself and spending a little more time with yourself, you have to clear the backlog. Your soul has a voice, and those voices have messages. There are things that your soul needs to discuss with you, that your soul needs to address, right? From the inner self to the outer self that lives the life, right? From the spirit to the body, right? And so when you get into that state where you try to sit down and quiet your mind and it's not happening, take out a pen and paper and start to write down this backlog of information that your soul has been trying to tell you. I don't care if it's, is there milk in the fridge? I don't care if that's what it is. That's what your soul needed to say at this time. Maybe it's a sign in synchronicity. Maybe your calcium is low. Maybe there's something in the milk that you need. Maybe it's the vitamin D. I don't know what it is personally, right? And your milk might even be almond milk. It might be something that your mind is trying to lead you to, that your soul is trying to lead you to, that needs to be spoken out, right? And that is how you start to build this relationship with your higher self. You cannot simply say, I want to be connected to my higher self, but my higher self don't have no say in this relationship. How do you get the downloads? How do you get the synchronicities? Where do you think it comes from? It's not coming from the television. It's not coming from social media. Right? It's coming from within you. Your higher self exists within you. You have to tap into it. And if you don't feel like writing, you don't have the time to write, there are voice recording apps. There are apps that you can take voice notes. Utilize that and clear your mind and speak until whatever needs to be said is out, and then go meditate. And there's a possibility that the time that you allocated for that meditation doesn't allow for both initially, but as you get more and more out of you, that backlog is the more space you are creating for these downloads with this Eight of Wands to come in from your higher self, from the 5D into the 3D. With this Eight of Wands being here, this person is on a motorcycle, right? You're able to move forward a lot more quickly without having to think and overthink situations, because at every turn you instinctually now know, okay, next turn coming up in 2 miles, I'm making a right. Right? Your GPS already has the whole plan for you. God already has a whole plan for you. You have to be able to connect to it. And so once again, getting into this dark night of the soul, a lot of people demonize it. A lot of people make it seem like it's something that you have to go through because you did something wrong. And sometimes it is. But it is a blessing in disguise. So you can tap in, so that you can be expansive. Because even if you were a bad person at some point, whenever you choose to make that shift, it is going to shift many things. You may have some karmic debt to pay. But the same way we pay financial debt is the same way we could pay karmic debt. We could get it paid. It could get done. We just have to move forward, and move forward in positivity, and move forward intentionally. All right, you guys, this is what I have for you today. If you resonate with the message, or able to obtain any clarity, or found it to be helpful in any other manner, please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to share your story in the comment section. These expressions of gratitude are not only free for you, but they also allow me to develop a deeper connection to your energy. With this deeper connection, I am able to pull messages that are more aligned with your specific situation. I want to thank you guys for being here, and as promised, I have a quick message letting you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. If you look in the description box below, the very last link is labeled 30% discount link. When you select it, it will take you to the Alchemy Mystic shop, where you can purchase my distant Reiki therapy services. The Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute session will assist you with grounding and protecting your energy. More specifically, it will help to clear energetic residue associated with past traumatic experiences. allowing you to feel less triggered and positioning you to move forward in a more calm, balanced, and empowered state. This service is performed remotely at the date and time that you schedule your appointment. The service can be performed while you are conducting your everyday activities, with the exception of operating a vehicle or any heavy machinery. I look forward to serving you soon.